somebody asked him how ideas came to him, and he just said gradually, then suddenly. And I feel like that's a really interesting way to like try and capture how life happens to you, or how to make sense of it, or like you just take in every day. It's like a whole lot of perspiration of hard work and everyday bullshit, and then you just have these moments where it's like, you know, you just gotta pay attention to those. Maybe that's how I was gonna look at it, gradually then suddenly.
Over, baby, we're over that river. Our love was river. Let your loneliness sink me.
Like the live experience of rock and roll is all about this, you know, transcendental moment of experiencing this thing as a group of people doing that. Creating a record is totally different. Creating a record is something that you listen to in a solitary environment on headphones, and I think that you really have to, you know, if you make a record, you should worry about making a record. If you make a live record, or if you make a record, you should worry about making a record. If you're playing live, you worry about playing live. And so to me, it may seem obvious to say, oh yeah, we should do a live record, but I think that what you're striving for live is those very special experiences and connections and that kind of stuff that are there and they're gone. And that's the magic of a live show, is that it was there and then it stopped being there as soon as it happened.
The destination is that moment at the fore. You don't look back or too hard at the point you're moving toward. That can only vanish as the path propels you on. You blink for just that moment, and the point is gone. Don't you send me my red shirt.
I like that myself, but I could see it. I mean, to me, that song in particular and the whole album is kind of about celebrating some kind of being alive. Like the whole point is, the point in the song is that you sort of realize midpoint by turning the phrase around that you're actually like really happy to be fortunate enough to exist in the moment that you exist in, and waiting for some other recognition or some other, you know, ecstatic state or something is maybe not worthwhile. Maybe just enjoying where you're at is, which I think is what Last is about it too. I don't know.
I think sonically though we did a lot more of this record. I don't want to say live in the room or whatever, but like a lot of the basics were tracked far more live than we've ever done before.
Maybe. You think that's fair to say?
Some of them are. I mean,
Crimes I think was the most live.
Say about half
Well,
of
Crimes,
the album.
Yeah. But even the stuff that was captured, there's a lot of spontaneous things that we captured. So I think we got better about capturing those moments.
Triple by Turtles friends, I'm assuming.
Definitely.
How's the first leg of the tour going?
We play a lot together and hang out a lot together, and that's the stuff that makes the tour worthwhile. And you actually enjoy spending time with the band that you're with.
We have a pretty serious sense of musical solidarity with them. I mean, just I think people might not think, because they're an acoustic band and we're not. We're kind of a rock band, but we get along so well with them musically and have so many of the same influences. And kind of like we just have to do a band song and everybody knows it already, and that's really cool.
Should be okay. But if you're spinning that wheel ever on, you may be spinning ever on in vain. But who's got no pain? Who has no pain? My point is everyone gets pain, but then it rains. And if you're lucky, someone stays. Illuminate the night, you might as well use everything. Right there, jump on him, but go.
It was almost a thing where the process of it became so important to the album itself that then I just wanted to preserve parts of that. So a lot of things are just John of Geotic singing demo harmony that we were talking about, and then it was all of a sudden it's 8 in the morning somehow, and we were like, oh no, you should actually just record that so we can have an idea for when we go record it in the studio. And then I listened back to it and I was like, that's perfect. The attitude is already perfect. Why would we try and do that with more fidelity or something stupid if we could just have the moment itself? So I think that's how a lot of those collaborations worked out.
I think we're always really excited about. I mean, we've always been pretty open about reinterpreting our own songs and trying to rearrange them and whatever. We've never been precious about this is the recorded version and this is the way it goes. So it's really fun to it's just kind of fun to throw a bunch of wrenches into the works and see how it comes out.
You guys covered a tune by the Von Helm tonight. How was the show in Syracuse or in DC? I mean, were you thinking about Levon? How did he influence you?
he for me personally, he was a pretty big influence because it was one of the few bonding points that I had with my dad growing up. My dad was a drummer. He was one of the few for us. And my dad stopped drumming because he like had me, and so sometimes I have a weird connection with music. And, I feel like I have to do it in some way because he stopped doing it so that he could like, he was sacrificing a thing that he loved.